My name is Susan Munkris.
And my name is Jason Van Drysch.
And we started our electric car ownership or leasing with a Nissan Leaf 3 years ago, which we leased for a term of 3 years. At least for the Leaf, there was a federal rebate at the time, which then was applied to the terms of the lease. That was broken down over the 3 years of the lease, so it made a big difference, and it meant leasing that car was cheaper than leasing a comparable non-electric car. So for leasing, it was really quite reasonable. In the 3 years we had the Leaf, we saw more charging stations come online around the state, and it became easier to do the things we wanted to do. I would highly recommend the Leaf with its shorter range to anyone who wants it as their second vehicle, who does a bunch of in-town driving, but our conclusion was that it's really not practical as a family's one car if you want to travel. And that's one of the reasons we've been so excited to move to the Chevy Bolt once it became available.
So we leased the Bolt starting this past year, and we have loved it. The range in the summer is actually even more than advertised if you're a fairly soft-footed driver. I drove to Burke and back on a single charge. I drove
Montreal?
to Montreal and back on a single charge. I drove all the way to Lake Winnipesaukee for a conference on a charge and charged it while I was there. So, pretty tremendous range for most anything we'd want to drive to within, a pretty big radius. Here in Burlington, where BED is 100% renewable, it's like a win-win-win. No local pollution, and the energy going into the car is totally renewable, and that's just completely awesome.